Chris, really a fishing game tonight. I think you had 21 points on making all but 4 buckets. It seemed like your stroke was really smooth out there. You're getting more and more comfortable here in the Cal uniform?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think just my coaches just allowing me just to be out there and being able to play. And then obviously my teammates just give me the utmost confidence just to go out there and shoot the ball. So it helps a lot.
And Rytis, I think this was your highest scoring and rebounding game of the year. Are you feeling a little bit more healthy now?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling more healthy. I'm getting back into the rhythm. It's hard being off 6 months and going back in, trying to make a difference and doing what I can to help this team win.
Chris, in the first half, you guys were down a little bit early. Then you went on the 17-0 run, and you had a couple of fast break dunks off turnovers. Can you just talk about how the defense may have sort of triggered that?
I think Dede came into the huddle immediately, and he said we needed to turn up the defense. So I think for us, it's just we know 5-on-5 we're a really good defensive team, but how do we lock in and continuously get stops? I think we did a really good job of that tonight, just continuously playing defense no matter the outcome.
And Rytis, can you talk about the defense throughout?
Yeah, I mean, defense was the main priority, especially since last game. Our transition defense wasn't at the best it could be, and especially with a team like this, they want to run and score early in the shot clock, and I feel like we really executed that, and it led to us going on fast break and doing even better on offense.
You guys, went on that big run in the first half, and then were able to kind of stay on the gas. And what's the key when you guys get out ahead and to kind of keep your foot on the gas in that situation?
Just trust your teammates, trust people around you. Keep passing the ball, don't let it stick, and play even better defense.
I think for us, just continuously playing the right brand of basketball. I think sometimes we'll get up by like 20, and then we won't be selfish, but then we'll take good shots instead of great shots. So just remembering to give up good shots for great shots, and then continuing to play for each other.
Can you guys talk a little bit about next Tuesday playing at Chase Center in San Francisco, playing UCLA?
Yeah, it's a big opportunity. We're all excited for it. Get to play in Chase Center. As a kid, sometimes you dream of playing in the NBA arena and playing a top 25 ranked opponent in that arena, and an opportunity to take one is it's big time, and we're all excited for it.
I think it's a great opportunity just to go out there and show the basketball world what we're capable of. And then it's a good school in UCLA coming down here, so it should be a good bout.
Chris, you came from just down the road at De La Salle. It's a Friday night game. I think they had a playoff tonight. I think they're just about to beat Pitt to go on to the finals. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of people out here tonight?
Honestly, I do. A lot of family, a lot of friends. And actually, shout out to them. I hope they get that win. And, it's just a big thing for me being able just to come here and see family and friends that I haven't seen in so long. So just being able to play in front of them and be in front of the home crowd is a big thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to Sacramento State, guys. Mike Bibby's doing an excellent job there. This was a difficult prep. It was difficult for us because Sacramento State just lost, maybe their best player in Bear Cherry, who's a dominant post presence. And for Sacramento State to come out and still move the ball, still find ways to attack. They got to the free throw line 30 times. They did a great job of attacking, Sacramento State did. And so you got to give a lot of credit to them. This was a hard-fought game. Proud of our guys. It's good to see the 20 assists. We didn't have too many 20-assist games last year, and the ball's really moving, so that's good to see. Open to questions.
Mark, Sac State played Presbyterian just recently and struggled to take a close win over them when they gave you all that you could handle. To be able to play such a complete game, even to get up by 34, everything seemed to be flowing for the team. Are things starting to come together, do you feel like, with this roster, with a whole new set of guys?
Well, we have a lot of guys coming into new roles on this team. I thought Justin Pippen really played an outstanding game tonight. We ask a lot of Justin because he can do so many things on the court, and it's challenging to play the point guard position. But he has been doing an outstanding job of it, finding the balance between being aggressive, involving teammates, creating layups, dunks, and open threes for his teammates. But I thought he was really, really good tonight. You look at our guards defensively, Dede, Justin, Chris, and TT. Defensively, they were outstanding. From ball screen coverage to one-on-one defense, contesting shots, they were really, really good. That was great to see.
So you guys go into that first media timeout, I think you're down, and then go on this huge run. You know, what was kind of the message during that timeout to get you guys out on that run?
The message was we have to play much better. We have to run. We have to move the ball. Aggression, better defense. And our guys really responded. The one thing about this group is that they're resilient. They can take coaching, and they showed that tonight.
Mark, just zooming ahead a little bit, you got UCLA on Tuesday at the Chase Center. Your guys seem pretty excited about that game. You obviously played them a lot when you were playing at Stanford. Can you just talk about the opportunity to play UCLA at this point?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that the Pac-12 imploded. I think we're all still – I still have feelings about that because for me it was the Pac-10. But there's so many different friendships, relationships, proximity across these schools. You know people through sports. You know people outside of sports through all these great institutions on the West Coast. And Arizona's and even Utah and Colorado came in later. And so it's frustrating that we're not in the same conference. That's a huge frustration. That being said, UCLA is a tremendous institution, and they have a great team. They have a really strong team. We've studied them. The game's a few days away. Common opponents, and so you see them play. They're playing at a high level. They had a tough one against Arizona, but they're playing at a high level, and it's UCLA. And so our guys hopefully are going to respond and come back with a strong performance.
Your guys seemed pretty excited about what they called a great opportunity. What do you have to do specifically to make that a good game and maybe beat them?
Look, we got to come ready to play. I thought Presbyterian, earlier this week, Presbyterian was the one that came ready to play in the first half, not us. I thought tonight we came as if we were entering a boxing ring. Just the level of urgency. Jeff, just when you think about how much it takes to win a game, our guys showed that tonight against a very well-coached Sacramento State team.
You guys, I think, had close to 9 assists for most of the second half, and you didn't get into double digits until the end there. But to have that with the 20 assists that you mentioned, how important is that, and how encouraging is that going into this UCLA game?
You mentioned the assists, and I couldn't hear the first part.
Yeah, just the assists. I think you're at like 9 up until the very, very end there, or the turnovers rather.
Yeah, last game we had 2 shot clock violation turnovers, so that's unacceptable. And so we had better communication from our staff and our bench to the players in the heat of the battle. In a couple of those situations, so we didn't have any shot clock violations. So that knocked off, 2 turnovers from the previous game. We had some silly turnovers tonight, and really our guys played so well, so I don't want to dwell on those. But room for growth, room to improve as a player, and so we'll look at some of those, and we'll improve. We can live with 6 to 8 of the turnovers we had tonight. The other ones we got to be a little bit better.
Any last questions? Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.